welcome back to another video on the E92. Today we are removing the dashboard. As you can see, I got the new dashboard right here with the airbag. I also got a steering wheel airbag to replace the steering wheel airbag. So we're gonna go ahead and jump into this video and start taking out this dash. I'm gonna put it on a time lapse because there's a million other videos that you can watch on how to step by step remove this dash. All right, so I got the dash completely out. It was a little bit difficult. I went in there doing it basically blind, and I ran into some issues with finding a bolt. One I'll show you was hidden right in there. I didn't think, it looked like these were two separate pieces because you can see they separate, but apparently that is part of the dash. Unfortunately, I made a huge mistake when purchasing the new dashboard that's supposed to be going in. This dash does not have this bottom portion right here. Now you think, okay, well, you can just unbolt this one. Well, it's actually just part of the dash. Now, I don't know why it's like that. That's literally the only difference that I really notice. Now that I'm looking at it, I notice, okay, this has the side piece on it and that one doesn't. That's unfortunate because now I'm going to have to wait another week to get another dash in. I'll have to return this one. It's gonna be a whole nother mess. We got the whole interior done. As you can see, I did a little bit of work off camera. I got the glove box and everything in. We only had one leftover bolt, and I think it was because in this dash, in this area, there was a bolt that was missing. And so I basically just moved the screw backing over to the side on the right, and I just used that one. But it seems pretty solid. Everything's, horn works. I don't think I plugged in the other horn because it sounds pretty high pitched, but go for a test drive. This thing sounds really good. What I like about these paddles is basically both sides you can upshift and downshift. So if you press it this way, that would be a downshift. Press from the back on either side, that would be an upshift. Oh my God. It sounds good as fuck. All right, so I didn't push this thing really too hard, but I've never driven like a true, I guess, sport turboed car before, besides my dad's BMW, but that just has a little turbo on it. Little turbo 4-cylinder, so you don't really feel the boost kick in. But with these two turbos on this thing, once it spools up, it wants to spin the tires. It's a little bit different than a naturally aspirated. Right when you press the gas, it wants to spin. This one, you kind of press on it, and then maybe like a second later, then it wants to spin. And completely different. It's actually really, really fun. I can see why people love these cars, and I can only imagine the potential it's gonna have once I start modifying it. All right, so it's a new day here. Got the front crash bar, which I painted in a gloss black because it was a little rusty. And I got the new front radiator support. Still got to transfer over all the little pieces. As you guys saw in the last episode, I did get a front bumper as well. So we'll have to get that sanded and painted. I'm not sure how much you guys saw there, but the camera overheated because it was in the sun. It's really, really hot out here, but I did get the whole engine bay cleaned up. Got it all pulled back in the shop. Go ahead and transfer over all these little pieces right here, because the first thing we need to put on this is this radiator support. And then we put on the crash bar. I'll show you this crash bar. I basically bought this, I think, pretty cheap off of eBay. And this side, as you can see, it kind of has this rough area. I think it got in some kind of fire accident because there was a bunch of melted plastic, especially where these clips are on the back. I did pop them all out, but and this horn was also fried, so I had to transfer over the horns. So that's looking good. So now I basically just need to transfer over all these little bolts and some of these things where they're missing on here, as you can see. So we'll go ahead and do that. Got everything transferred over. One thing I didn't notice, as you can see, this is how the basically hood latch bracket is supposed to look like on this side. As you can see, it looks fine over here, but it did get a little bent in right there. But basically what matters is the distance here, and it looks to be about the same on both sides. So I'm not too worried about that. I basically got those loosely in because we're gonna have to take those off anyways to put the latch back in them. Looking at the car, one of the things I want to do is delete this headlight washer fluid. I'm gonna try just to find something to kind of plug this, and then I'll clamp it down because I really don't need this, honestly. I think it's just a gimmick, and it's got all these it's got 2 extra wires that go to it, and then also this tube that's just really difficult to fit in there. I also have broken headlight washer bottles here. Also, they're broken on both sides, so I'll have to fix those, and I really don't want to do that, so I'm just going to delete the whole assembly altogether.